Hi, this is Dr. Gary. Welcome to our weekly tune-up this week. This week, I have noticed, in fact, over the past probably 3 weeks, I've had many of you really hit on a subject that I've talked about on one of these tune-ups before, called revenge and anger. How do you get rid of it? So we're going to touch on that a little bit this week. We're going to expand on that just a little bit. You know, many people, as we move through life, something happens to us, and it seems to be that the involvement of someone else creating trauma or resentment or fear, anger, drama in our lives always crops up somewhere. And it's really easy to get down on someone else and blame someone else for much of this. And one of the major things that happens to us is getting rid of, when we're attempting to get rid of revenge and anger, is we're not really letting to look at it ourselves, what we did in it ourselves, and how we either perpetrated it or allowed it, or maybe allowed the people into our lives that perpetually do this to us. And then we allow ourselves to become angry and victimized by this, kind of acting like, or maybe not even really knowing what to do about it. Well, here's what you do about it. First of all, what is revenge? Revenge is when we look at someone and we want them to hurt as much as we've projected they've hurt us or that we're hurting. Many times you see people are having a great time, and you see people who are actually financially very well, and they're doing okay, and then another person is kind of down on that person. They're kind of mad at them. They're revengeful. They're irritated because they project into that person that's doing well a comparison of how well they're not doing, and then they're mad at that other person because they're not feeling well about themselves. And really has nothing to do with money or position in life. It has to do with the way we look at that. That's one thing about revenge. And we want to get even with them, or we want them to hurt as much as we hurt, or be much and bad off as we are. Well, that's not going to work. And then we get angry about it. And what is anger? Anger is a thing called anticipatory loss syndrome, where we look into the future with a negative expectation of this not getting any better, or our situation not improving and everybody else's does. And that kind of self-victimization thinking creates a lot of this revenge and anger. And one of the best ways to get rid of revenge, the feelings of revenge towards another person if they've done you wrong, or maybe they actually have done you wrong and you just don't like it, is first of all, is a process called forgiveness. And forgiveness is really interesting because it's not what most people think it is. Forgiveness is not saying what you did is okay and I'm going to let it go. What forgiveness is you telling yourself, I'm going to decide that that isn't that big a deal to me anymore, and I'm not going to give you any more negative thought or feelings. And then what you have to do is move on from it. And sometimes you have to shake off the viral people in your life. And sometimes even those viral people can be relatives. One of the things about revenge and anger and anticipatory loss syndrome is we're pretty much in control of it. However, it seems like we're not. It seems like everybody else is in control of us, and that's not really the case. Every day when we get up, we have an opportunity to face the day and make choices and decisions. And I'll be the first to admit that many times my choices and decisions haven't been stellar. And I've been one of those people in my life that have felt revengeful and angry. And what I did to get rid of it, and what helped me, was to understand these principles. It's just a thinking thing. It really is. Oh yeah, somebody could do you wrong. They could do some stuff that's not appropriate, but you holding on to it is only hurting you. Keep in mind, all this is in your head, so the more you stew about it isn't hurting that other person anyway. The greatest revenge to get back at somebody who's done you wrong is to be absolutely happy about life, enjoy your life, and give them no time, no thought, and no indication that they have any effect on you at all. The greatest revenge is phenomenal happiness and success. And I'm not talking about money, I'm talking about managing your life in an appropriate way that's right for you. And not projecting that you're doing something wrong based upon what somebody else is doing. The easiest way to get rid of revenge in your life, or being angry about someone because they've done you wrong, is not to project into the future that it's going to continue to happen, because you're in control of that. You can change that right now by just turning your back on that person and walking away, and deciding that you're not going to let them control your thoughts anymore. You're going to decide you're going to find new friends, new people, and new resources that make you feel good. Always remember, everybody wants to feel good. People want to be around people who make them feel good. And when we insist on being around people who make us feel bad, we have to take a good hard look at ourselves. What's that all about? It's not easy. I'm not going to sit here and say it is, but it's learning how to change your behavior so you can take responsibility for your own life, because revenge and anger is just like a mental cancer. It will tear you down, it'll make you old, and it'll make you sick. The best way to get rid of it is to decide in your own mind by just telling yourself, I'm going to decide right now that person just isn't that big a deal to me, and move on. If you have a little bit of this in your life, and I know a lot of you do because you've emailed me, let's work on that. And we'll continue to talk about this a little bit over the next few weeks, because it's a big deal, because this stops you from being successful. This stops you from being happy, and you're in control of it. Nobody can tell you anything to make you feel better. It's what you tell yourself. That's where the pay dirt is. Until next time, this is Dr. Gary telling all of you I appreciate your emails and being in touch with me. All your comments are very valuable to me, and some of you out there are giving me some really good feedback, and I appreciate it. And welcome to our Tune-Up family if you're new here. And just make sure you subscribe to this channel, because then when we put a new one up and post it, you'll be one of the first people to know about it. And also tune into DG.TV. That's www.dg.tv on the internet. We're streaming usually almost 24 hours a day with continuous replays of these programs and other programs you might find interesting. So until next time, this is Dr. Gary wishing you a very, let's say, revenge-free, talk too much, revenge-free day. And remember, you become what you think about the most with passion. Until next time, bye-bye.